and welcome back to my channel. This is Becca and thank you for watching this video. So today we're going to be making my taco casserole. It's just kind of a leftover casserole that you use when we have leftover taco meat and things like that. So first I'm going to be making my sauce, and I did 1 large can of enchilada sauce, the red enchilada sauce, and then I did 2 of the bigger cans of green chilies just because I love green chilies, so we add a little bit more. You can also probably just do 1 large can of green chilies or 2 small cans. That is up to you if that's what you like. And then I had about a half a jar of salsa, so that's what I use in it. That is typically what I would use, or I would just use a smaller jar, but I would typically use at least half the jar if I had that available. So I'm just going to heat this up a little bit. You do not have to boil it because the casserole is baked in the oven, so that will continue to cook the sauce, but I just like to heat it up a little bit before I add it to the casserole. So after the sauce is complete, I'm just going to layer the very bottom with the sauce. That is going to help so that the tortillas don't stick to the bottom of the pan. And then I use corn tortillas because I am gluten-free, but also I think they taste better. So we just have some corn tortillas, and I'm going to layer the bottom of the pan kind of like a lasagna. So I just rip them in half and put them on the sides, and then I put 1 in the middle to just cover all of it. And then first we have some taco meat. This is just leftover taco meat. I cooked it how the directions said on the taco seasoning packet. I just added water and taco seasoning to it. So I'm just going to spread that around. And then we had corn. So I love putting corn in my taco casseroles because it adds a little bit of, even though corn is a starch, I like to think of it as a vegetable as well. And then black beans, I also love black beans. Another thing that you can do is you can substitute with pinto beans or refried beans, but we prefer black beans in my family, so that's what we used. And then I'm also going to do some shredded cheese. Then you can go ahead and layer it with more sauce and just kind of repeat the steps over again that we just did. So typically for my family, because it is just me, my significant other, and my daughter, I would only make 1 of these pans because that would be plenty to feed the 3 of us. However, as you see towards the end, I actually had more ingredients than I anticipated, so I ended up doing another pan. And this is actually good for if you want to do freezer prep meals. You can go ahead and freeze the other half of this if you have 1 of those, but we actually don't have a deep freezer yet. We are looking into getting one, so once we do have one, then I would be able to freeze it. So for the top, I actually do it a little bit different. I like to do just the sauce, and then we're going to do more tortillas. And then I just actually put the sauce on the very top because we don't want the casserole to overflow, and obviously you can see that it's very full at this point. So I just put sauce on top and then shredded cheese. so this is where I was talking about that I actually had more ingredients than I anticipated. So you could also just fill a 9x13 probably with the ingredients, and that might take up all of them. I believe I had 1 pound of ground beef, which typically we actually eat ground turkey, but this is something that was left over from a party that my mom had, and so she sent it home with us. And then I just use 1 whole can of corn, 1 whole can of black beans, which, like I said, you can substitute with pinto beans or refried beans, whatever your preference is. And you also don't have to put corn in it. I think that it would be a really nice recipe to try with doing peppers, like green peppers and red peppers and yellow peppers, and maybe substitute with chicken or something like that. But this is why I love this recipe, because it's so easy to substitute ingredients and kind of make it your own. And then this casserole is not perfect because, as you can see, I'm just trying to empty out everything because I don't want anything to go to waste. And since this is kind of a leftover dinner, we're just trying to use up all of this stuff. As you can see, there was not very many black beans in that layer, but like I said, I don't really mind because we were just trying to use up those ingredients. And personally in my family, we typically have corn and black beans just on hand in our cabinet. So it is a nice recipe to just throw together with things that you may already have, such as leftovers or canned goods. And then right here, I'm just putting the casseroles in the oven. So I believe I put the oven at 350 degrees. And then I think I'm going to show you how long I put them in for. Yeah, so it's at 350 degrees. And then I just bake them for 25 minutes because everything already is cooked. So you're actually just kind of wanting to warm everything up to the same temperature and melt the cheese. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you subscribe if you're new and give this video a thumbs up, and I will be excited to see you in the next video.